Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Shrimate Bhaktivedanta Swami iti namine. Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya eva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namah. Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadādhara Śrīvāsādi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadādhara Śrīvāsādi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. So I am very grateful to His Grace Janeshwar Gauranga Prabhu and Sharanga Prabhu for giving me this opportunity to speak on the glories of Śrī Gadādhara Paṇḍit, because his disappearance day is coming up in just a few days. I had also promised to speak on the glories of Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, but we will not be able to do justice, so I will do that later. But today let us focus on Śrī Gadādhara Paṇḍit's glories. We will be reading from Śrī Chaitanya Bhagavat of Śrīla Vrindavan Das Thakur. Śrīla Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada has translated and commented on Śrī Chaitanya Bhagavat of Śrīla Vrindavan Das Thakur. After completing his translation and the Gaudiya Bhashya commentary, Śrīla Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur has written some very beautiful verses expressing his gratitude to all the devotees who helped him as he was translating and commenting on Śrī Chaitanya Bhagavat. At the same time, he has glorified Śrīla Bhaktivinoda Thakur also. So I would like to read those few verses. The commentary of Śrīla Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur on Śrī Chaitanya Bhagavat is called Gaudiya Bhashya. Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur writes, Shri Gaudiya Bhashya Nama Bhakta Jana Seva Kam Likhi Chhadi Kapatadi Chala Bhagavata Vyakhya Kale Prabhu More Sada Pale Chitta Deya Yatho Chitta Bala. Śrīla Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur is saying, Shri Gaudiya Bhashya Nam Bhakta Jana Seva Kam Likhi Chhadi Kapatadi Chala. As I was writing this commentary called Shri Gaudiya Bhashya, the commentary to Shri Chaitanya Bhagavat, Bhakta Jana Seva Kam. Why am I writing this commentary? Śrīla Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur is saying, I am writing it with the desire to serve the devotees. Bhakta Jana Seva, to serve the devotees. And I have rejected all forms of cheating, like duplicity. लिखी छाड़ी कपट आदि छल. I have given up all sorts of duplicity and very honestly for the welfare of this world, I am writing. भागवत व्याख्या काले प्रभु मोरे सदा पाले चित्त देय यथोचित्त बोल. Śrīla Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada is writing, while writing this commentary on Chaitanya Bhagavat, Bhagavata Vyakhya Kale, Prabhu More Sada Pale. The Supreme Lord Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu maintained me. He is expressing his gratitude to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Not that I wrote this on my own strength. Bhagavata Vyakhya Kale, Prabhu More Sada Pale, Chitta De Yathochita Bala. And he gave me the necessary strength of heart to write the commentary on Chaitanya Bhagavat. Shri Gaudiya Bhashya Nama Bhakta Jana Seva Kama Likhi Chhadi Kapat Adi Chala Bhagavata Vyakhya Kale Prabhu More Sada Pale Chitta Deya Yatho Chitta Bala. Shri Chaitanya Bhagavata Grantha Shuddha Bhakti Mata Kahe Sada Shri Bhakati Vinoda Nirantara Patha Phale Kubuddhi Jaibe Chale Krishna Preme Likhibe Pramoda. Shri Chaitanya Bhagavata Grantha Shuddha Bhakti Mata Kahe Sada Shri Bhakti Vinoda. Śrīla Bhaktivinoda Thakur would always say that Shri Chaitanya Bhagavat describes the process of pure devotional service. Shri Chaitanya Bhagavata Grantha Shuddha Bhakti Mata. Shri Chaitanya Bhagavat is teaching pure devotional service. Kahe sada Shri Bhakati Vinoda. Śrīla Bhaktivinoda Thakur would always say this. Nirantara patha phale kubuddhi jaibe chale Krishna preme labhibe pramoda. By constantly studying Shri Chaitanya Bhagavat, Krishna preme labhibe pramoda and kubuddhi jaibe chale. By constantly studying Shri Chaitanya Bhagavat, one's kubuddhi, one's sinful mentality is destroyed. Kubuddhi jaibe chale. The sinful mentality will go away and Krishna preme labhibe pramoda, and one will achieve the joy of ecstatic Krishna prema just by regularly studying Shri Chaitanya Bhagavat. Shri Chaitanya Bhagavat ki jai. Everybody has Chaitanya Bhagavat. You should buy. It is only $50. 7 beautiful hardbound volumes. Thousands of beautiful verses in Sanskrit and Bengali. Everything translated in simple English with a commentary of Śrīla Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. Shri Chaitanya Bhagavat, Shri Chaitanya Charitamrita, every devotee must have. Shri Chaitanya Bhagavata Grantha Shuddha Bhakti Mata Kahe Sada Shri Bhakati Vinoda Nirantara Patha Phale Kubuddhi Jaibe Chale Krishna Preme Labhibe Pramoda. Such a beautiful poem Śrīla Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur has written. Shri Gaura Sundara Vara Lila Tara Manohara Nityananda Swarupa Prakasha Acharya Advaita Ara Gadādhara Shakti Tara Pancha Tattva Bhakta Śrīnivasa. Śrīla Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada is saying, Shri Gaura Sundara Vara Leela Tara Manohara. Our darling Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Shri Gaura Sundar. He is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And his pastimes as the Pancha Tattva are most enchanting, Manohara. Nityananda Swarupa Prakasha. Lord Nityananda Prabhu is the personal manifestation of Sri Gaura Sundar. Acharya Advaita Ara Gadadhara Shakti Tara. And Sri Advaita Acharya is separate expansion. Sri Gadadhar Paṇḍit, who we are glorifying today, is the energy. Energy of Mahaprabhu, Shakti. And Srinivasa is his ideal devotee. Bhakta Srinivasa. This is a Pancha Tattva. I repeat. Shri Gaura Sundara Vara Leela Tara Manohara Nityananda Swarupa Prakasha Acharya Advaita Ara Gadadhara Shakti Tara Pancha Tattva Bhakta Srinivasa. Can I just read this? This is so beautiful. Patita Pavana Shrestha Shri Gaura Kishora Preshtha Patita Janera Taragati Shrivasera Bhratra Suta Narayani Name Mata Vishwambhara Pade Jaramati Patita Pavana Shrestha Shri Gaura Kishora Preshtha Patita Janera Taragati. These Panchatattva, they are the supreme deliverers of the fallen souls. Patita Pavanera, Patita Janera Taragati. Patita Janera Taragati. They are the supreme deliverers of the fallen souls, and they are most dear to my beloved initiating spiritual master Shri Gaura Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj. Our Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada is saying. One name of the Panchatattva is Shri Gaura Kishora Preshtha. Preshtha means very dear. Srila Prabhupada is very dear to Krishna. So we say Namah Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Presthaya. For Srila Saraswati Thakur also. Namah Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Presthaya Bhutale. So Krishna Preshtha means very dear to Krishna. And Shri Gaura Kishora Preshtha, one who is very dear to Shri Gaura Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj, is the Panchatattva. The Panchatattva are very dear to my beloved spiritual master Srila Gaura Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj. Such a beautiful bhav, such a beautiful emotion. Patita Pavana Shrestha Shri Gaura Kishora Preshtha Patita Janera Taragati. Panchatattva, they are Patita Janera Gati. Okay? Shrivasera Bhratra Suta Narayani Name Mata. Shrivas Thakur's brother had a daughter. Shrivasera Bhratra. Bhratra means brother. Shrivasera Bhratra Suta. And Suta means daughter. Shrivas Thakur's brother had a daughter named Narayani. Narayani Name Mata. And she is the mother of the author. Narayani is the mother of the author. Her mind was fixed at the lotus feet of Vishwambhara. Vishwambhara Pade Jaramati. Narayani's mind was fixed at the lotus feet of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Lord Vishwambhar, and her son is the author of Chaitanya Bhagavad. Why? Because the mother was such a great devotee. Vrindavana Suta Tara Karunara Parabara Shri Chaitanya Bhagavata Jara Nityananda Shesha Bhritya Harijana Seva Kritya Bhujala Ye Sarva Sara Sara. Vrindavana Suta Tara Karunara Parabara. Narayani, who always was thinking of the lotus feet of Shri Gaura Sundar, Narayani's son is Vrindavan Das Thakur. Vrindavana Suta Tara. He is the son of Narayani. And Karunara Parabara. And he is unlimitedly Karunamaya, unlimitedly merciful. Sri Chaitanya Bhagavata Jara. And he is the author of Sri Chaitanya Bhagavata. Such beautiful poetry. Nityananda Shesha Bhritya. And he is the last servant, last disciple of Sri Nityananda Prabhu. Sri Vrindavan Das Thakur was the final disciple of Sri Nityananda Prabhu. Nityananda Prabhu said, after initiating Srila Vrindavan Das Thakur, I don't need to initiate anybody. He will do everything. Because he wrote Sri Chaitanya Bhagavata. Nityananda Shesha Bhritya Harijana Seva Kritya Bhujalaye Sarva Sarasar. And what did Sri Vrindavan Das Thakur do through Chaitanya Bhagavat? What is the Sarasar? What is the essence of Chaitanya Bhagavat? It is Harijana Seva. Hari Hari, Vaishnav Seva. Vaishnav Seva is the essence of Sri Chaitanya Bhagavat. This is the conclusion of Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur. He read Sri Chaitanya Bhagavat 108 times and more. And this is the conclusion of Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada. That Srila Vrindavan Das Thakur through Sri Chaitanya Bhagavat has revealed that service to the devotees of Sri Hari is the essence of everything. Vaishnav Seva, Prabhu kahe Vaishnav Seva, Naam Sankirtan, Dui Kara Shighra Pabe, Shri Krishna Charan. Vrindavana Sutta Tara, Karunara Parabara, Shri Chaitanya Bhagavata Jara, Nityananda Shesha Bhritya, Harijana Seva Kritya Bhujalaye Sarva Sara Sara. This is the essence of the essence. Vaishnava Mahima Jata Varnilena Susangata Tahara Tulana Kotha Nai. Vaishnava Virodhi Jana Satata Tapita Mana Mulyahina Se Bhashma Chai. Vaishnava Mahima Jata Varnilena Susangata. Srila Vrindavan Das Thakur through Sri Chaitanya Bhagavat has perfectly described the incomparable glories of the Vaishnavas. Vaishnava Mahima is there in Sri Chaitanya Bhagavat. Vaishnava Mahima Jata Varnilena Susangata Tahara Tulana Kotha Nai. Vaishnava Virodhi Jana Satata Tapita Mana. Those who are averse to the Vaishnavas, those who are inimical towards the Vaishnavas, Satata Tapita Mana. Their minds are always burning. They will never have peace. They will never have Shanti. And Mulya Hina Sai Bhashma Chai. Such people are worthless as ash. If Ishwari Radha Mataji wants to cook something very nice, or Kasturi Manjari Mataji wants to cook something very nice, and they tell me, go get some fodder. You want to cook on the fire. And I bring some ashes. They will throw the ashes away. They're useless. Get some dry wood or get some cow dung patties. Ashes are useless. Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur is saying, those who are Vaishnava Virodhi, those who are inimical towards the Vaishnavas, they are as useless as ash. What is the value of ash? You can sell firewood. You cannot sell ash. Ash is useless. It's a useless byproduct. Vaishnava Mahima Jata Varnilena Susangata Tahara Tulana Kotha Nai. Vaishnava Virodhi Jana Satata Tapita Mana Mulyahina Sei Bhasma Chai. In this way, our beloved Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada Ji has written a very sweet Bengali concluding words to Chaitanya Bhagavat. This poetry appears at the end of the Antya Khanda, the Shesha Khanda of Sri Chaitanya Bhagavat. So now, my dear friends from ISKCON Fort Lauderdale, let us go and dive into the pages of Sri Chaitanya Bhagavat, to read the glories of Sri Gadādhara Paṇḍit. Let us go to Sri Chaitanya Bhagavat. This is the Antya Khanda, second volume, chapter 7. Antya Khanda, chapter 7. And let's start from verse number 112. So let me give you a little context. Shri Nityananda Prabhu is a grihastha on the orders of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And he's preaching extensively in Sri Gaudadesh. Every year the devotees come to meet Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu from Bengal during the 4 months of Chaturmas. They witness the Rath Yatra, which is now. Now is the time for Rath Yatra. So they would arrive in Bengal just around this time, just before, few days before Rath Yatra. And they would participate in Gundisha Marjanam, and next day they would participate in the Rath Yatra. And then they would stay for 4 months with Mahaprabhu, having wonderful pastimes. So Nityananda Prabhu came one year from his preaching mission, and he met Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. They were meeting after many months. And Sri Nityananda Prabhu is the life and soul of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the life and soul of Sri Nityananda Prabhu. Sarva avatari Krishna Swayam Bhagavan Tahara Dvitiya Deha Shri Balaram. Sarva avatari Krishna Swayam Bhagavan. Lord Krishna is the source of all incarnations. He is Swayam Bhagavan. Ete Chamsa Kalapumsas Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam. And Krishna's Dvitiya Deha, Tahara Dvitiya Deha Shri Balaram. And Balaramji is his second self. They are not different. And that same Krishna Balaram have come as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Nityananda Prabhu. Brajendra Nandana Jai, Shachi Suta Hoilo Se, Balarama Hoilo Nitai. Dina Hina Yata Chilo, Harinama Uddharilo, Tara Sakshi Jagai Madai. Sri Narottam Das Thakur has sung like this. So Brajendra Nandana Jai, Shachi Suta Hoilo Se. The son of Nanda Maharaj is the son of Shachi Mata. Krishna and Gaura are not different. And Balarama Hoilo Nitai. And our Nityananda Prabhu is Lord Balaram. You can only imagine the joy, the bliss that they experienced when they met each other after so many months. Nityananda Prabhu came after many months to Sri Jagannath Puri Dham. And when Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came to know that Sri Nityananda Prabhu has arrived, he went running to meet Nitai, his beloved Nitai. And he saw Nityananda Prabhu was sitting in a garden, meditating on Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu. Where is my Gaura Hari? Where is my Gaura Hari? Mahaprabhu went, offered his obeisances to Nitai, and repeatedly started circumambulating Nityananda Prabhu. As Nityananda Prabhu with his eyes closed is meditating, where is my Gaura Hari? Where is my Gauranga? Where is my Gauranga? And Gauranga Mahaprabhu is circumambulating Nityananda Prabhu, circumambulating. Finally, Nityananda Prabhu's trance broke and he opened his eyes, and with his lotus eyes, he saw Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's divine form right before his eyes. With so much love, Sri Nityananda Prabhu beheld the beautiful form of Sri Gaura Sundar. His golden complexion, his beautiful lotus eyes, his beautiful slender long arms, his sweet smile. Nityananda Prabhu got up to embrace Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu, but fainted in ecstasy and fell down. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu picked him up and embraced him to his heart. Both the brothers, they were shedding tears of love and bathing each other with their pranaya ashru. Tears of love. Pranaya means love, ashru means tears. Pranaya ashru. They were bathing each other with pranaya ashru. Tears of love. After this beautiful meeting, Sri Nityananda Prabhu went to take darshan of Jagannath. There also Sri Nityananda Prabhu expressed great love for Jagannath, who is not different from Sri Gaura. And after bestowing his mercy on the pujaris and attendants of Sri Jagannath, Sri Nityananda Prabhu, let us see what he is going to do. That brings us to verse number 112. Tabe Jagannatha heri harsha sarva gane Anande Chalila Gadadhara Darshane. After seeing Lord Jagannath and his servants, Lord Nityananda Prabhu happily went to meet Shri Gadadhar Pandit. Aha. Now the meeting is going to take between different members of the Panchatattva. First, Shri Nityananda Prabhu met Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Now our Nitai is going to meet Gadai, Shri Gadadhar Pandit. And where does Gadadhar Pandit stay? Tota Gopinath. Tota means garden, and Gopinath is the deity, worshipable deity, Ishtadev of Shri Gadadhar Pandit. Nityananda Prabhu is Ananga Manjari, and Gadadhar Pandit is Radharani. Ananga Manjari is the beloved younger sister of Srimati Radharani. So meeting is taking place between Ananga Manjari and her elder sister, Shri Radhika. Nityananda Prabhu is Ananga Manjari, and Shri Radhika Rani has appeared as Shri Gadadhar Pandit. Nityananda Gadadhare ye priti antare taha kahi bare shakti ishware se dhare. The transcendental affection between Shri Nityananda and Shri Gadadhar can be described only by the Supreme Lord. Shakti Ishware se dhare. Only Ishwar, Krishna, can describe. Nobody else has the power. Gadadhara bhavane mohana gopina achena yehena nanda kumara sakshat. So beautiful. The son of Nanda Maharaj, Shri Krishna Shamsundar, is the beautiful form of Gopinath, who resided in the house of Shri Gadadhara Pandit. Krishna gehe stita Radha, Radha gehe stito Hari, Jivane nidhane nityam, Radha Krishna gatir mama. Gadadhara bhavane mohana gopinath, achena yehena nanda kumara sakshat. That Gopinath, who was the Ishtadev, the worshipable deity of Shri Gadadhar Pandit, is Sakshad Brajendra Nandan Shamsundar. Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada writes that in Yameshwar Tota, Tota is garden, the deity of Shri Gopinath is worshipped by Shri Gadadhar Pandit. It is still present there in Shri Kshetra Jagannath Puri. This garden is called Yameshwar Tota, and is situated southwest of Sri Jagannath Temple on the sands of the ocean. Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada writes. Verse number 115. Apane chaitanya tane kariya che kole, ati pashandi ose vigraha dekhi bhule. Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu once personally embraced that deity of Gopinath. It is so beautiful, this deity of Gopinath. Srila Vrindavan Thakur says that Ati Pashandi, even the Pashandis, even the atheists, they forget everything upon seeing the beauty of this Gopinath deity. So beautiful. Dekhi Shri Murali Mukha Angera Bhangima, Nityananda Ananda Ashrura Nahi Sima. As Shri Nityananda Prabhu beheld the beautiful form of Gopinath, especially his beautiful face, Dekhi Shri Murali Mukha, his beautiful face adorned with the flute. What happened? Nityananda Ananda Ashrura Nahi Sima. There was no limit to the bliss, Ananda, experienced by Nityananda. And there is no limit to the tears of love that Nityananda Prabhu shed when he beheld the beautiful form of Gopinath. Nityananda Vijaya Janina Gadadhar Bhagavata Patha Chadi Aila Satavar. This is Vaishnava etiquette. As soon as Shri Gadadhar Pandit understood that Shri Nityananda Prabhu had arrived, he immediately left his reading of Srimad Bhagavatam and came to receive Shri Nityananda Prabhu immediately. This is Vaishnava culture. You may be engaged in the worship of the deity, you may be engaged in reading Bhagavatam, but when a superior Vaishnava comes or a beloved Vaishnava comes, you must leave everything and go and receive. Mad Bhakta Puja Abhyadika. It is more important to worship the devotee of Krishna than Krishna. Aradhananam sarvesham Vishnor Aradhana Param. Tasmat parataram devi tadiyanam samarchanam. Shankar Bhagwan is saying to Mother Parvati that of Aradhanam Sarvesham, of all the Aradhanas, there is Durga Aradhana, there is Shiva Aradhana, there is Ganapati Aradhana, there is worship of Brahmaji, there is worship of Indra Dev, there is worship of Varun Dev, there is worship of so many Kali, Devi, Durga Puja, so many Aradhanas are there. But the Mahajan, Lord Shiva, he is giving his ultimate opinion. Aradhananam Sarvesham Vishnu Aradhana. The worship of Krishna is the highest. Vishnu is another name for Krishna. Tasmat Parataram Devi. And Shivji is telling this to Mother Parvati. And Parvati Devi is thinking, I don't do Vishnu Aradhana. I am worshipping my Lord, my Pati, Umapati, Shankar Bhagwan. So what about me? Is my Aradhana not the highest? Shankar Bhagwan clarifies. Aradhananam Sarvesham Vishnu Aradhana Param. But Tasmat Parataram Devi. Oh Devi, listen. Greater than the worship of Vishnu is Tadiyanam Samarchanam. Archana of the Vaishnavas. Tadiyana means those who are related to Vishnu, Vaishnavas. Worship of Vaishnavas is greater than the worship of Vishnu. This is the conclusion of Padma Puran. Even Lord Krishna in Adi Puran tells Arjun, Ye me bhakta jana partha, name bhaktas chate jana, mad bhaktanam chaye bhaktas, te me bhaktottama mata. And this is quoted by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, this verse from Adi Puran. Spoken by Krishna himself to Arjun. That Ye me bhakta jana partha, name bhaktas chate jana. Those who are my devotees, my dear Arjun, are actually not my devotees. Mad bhaktanam jaya bhaktaste me bhaktottama mata. But those who are devotees of my devotees, yes, they are my greatest devotees. So immediately Gadadhar Pandit left his study of Bhagavatam, his recitation of Srimad Bhagavatam, and ran to receive Nityananda Prabhu. Duhe matra dekhiya duhara Shri Vadana, Galadhari lagile na karite krandana. When Shri Gadadhar Pandit and Shri Nityananda Prabhu saw each other, they embraced each other and began to cry. Aha. Karite krandana, began to cry with joy. Anyone dui Prabhu kare namaskar, anyone dohe bale mahima dohar. This is Vaishnava culture. The two Prabhus, Nityananda Prabhu and Gadadhar Prabhu, they then offered obeisances to each other. Anyone dui Prabhu kare namaskar. They were offering obeisances to each other, and Anyone dohe bole mahima dohar. And they started glorifying each other. They started speaking about each other's mahima. Shri Gadadhar Pandit is glorifying Nitai, and Shri Nityananda Prabhu is glorifying Gadadhar Pandit. How beautiful is that? Dohe bole aji haila lochana nirmal, dohe bole aji haila jivana safal. Wow. They both started saying to each other, today my eyes have become purified. Today my eyes have become purified. Aji haila lochana nirmal. Mal means dirt. Nirmal means without any, purified, pure. Today my eyes have become pure because I have seen you, Nitai. And Nityananda was saying, today my eyes have become pure because I have seen you, my dear Gadadhar. Aji haila jivana safal. And they both said to each other, today my life is successful. Today my life is successful. I have seen you. I have seen you. Bhaya jnana nahi dui prabhura sharire, dui prabhu bhase bhakti ananda sagare. Both of them lost external consciousness. Bhaya jnana nahi. They had no external consciousness. And dui prabhu bhase bhakti ananda sagare. They were both floating. Bhase. They were floating ananda sagare in the ecstatic ocean of devotion. Bhakti ananda sagare. So beautiful. Bhaya jnana nahi dui prabhura sharire, dui prabhu bhase bhakti ananda sagare. Hena se haila prema bhakti ra prakash, dekhi chaturdi ke padhi kande sarvadas. Srila Vrindavan Thakur is describing what happened to the devotees who are watching this great scene. The meeting between Shri Gadadhar Pandit and Shri Nityananda Prabhu. What was the effect on them? When the devotees surrounding them saw this manifestation of ecstatic love, they began to cry in bliss. Kande sarvadas. Kande means to cry. Ki adbhuta priti nityananda gadadhare ekera apriya are sambhashana kare. Now listen, what wonderful affection is there between Sri Nityananda Prabhu and Sri Gadadhar Pandit. Neither of them would ever speak to anyone who was disliked by the other. Hari Hari. They were so much in love with each other. They had such prem that ekera apriya are sambhashana kare. If someone had displeased one of them, the other would not speak to that person. This is love. This is prem. That's why it is a natural tendency of a devotee to seek Vaishnava association. And it is natural tendency to avoid asatsanga. Avoid the association of non-devotees. Asatsanga tyaga ei Vaishnava achar. This is the nature of a devotee that avoids non-devotee association. There is nothing artificial about it. As we make spiritual advancement, this naturally happens. We have no taste for mundane parties, football parties, basketball parties, or just get-togethers and let's just invite some friends over for dinner and just stand with a glass of wine and talk about what's going on in politics, anti-abortion law. Let's just discuss it and gossip and boom, 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 wasting time. A devotee will get no taste. Devotee wants to see, let me hear one class of Guru Maharaj. Let me hear one class, latest class. What is going on? What is happening at ISKCON Fort Lauderdale? Let me see. Let me hear some classes. So that is a natural tendency of a devotee. It's a sign of spiritual advancement. Gadadhara devera sankalpa eiru nityananda nindakera nadekhe muk. And this was the vow of Gadadhar Pandit, that he would never see the face of one who had offended Nityananda Prabhu. This is called love. This is called prem. Faithfulness, being loyal, comes naturally. Nityananda Swarupere Priti Jaranai Dekhao na dena tare Pandita Gosai. Shri Gadadhar Pandit would avoid being seen by anyone who had no love for Shri Nityananda Prabhu. Wow. So wonderful. Tabe dui Prabhu sthira hai ek sthane vasilena chaitanya mangala sankirtane. Thereafter the two Prabhus, Nitai and Gadai, became pacified and sat down to engage in the kirtan, sankirtan of the glories of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. What is Nityananda Prabhu and Gadadhar Pandit doing? They have come together and they are glorifying Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. They are doing Chaitanya Mangala Sankirtan. Tabe Gadadhara Deva Nityananda Prati Nimantrana Karilena Aji Bhiksha Ithi. At that time, Sri Gadadhar Pandit spoke to Sri Nityananda Prabhu. My dear Nityananda Prabhu, you have come to Jagannath Puri. You just arrived. Today's lunch is on me. Please have lunch with me. Nimantran, invitation. Tabe Gadadhara Dev Nityananda Prati Nimantrana Karilena Aji Bhiksha Ithi. Please have a meal here. Nityananda Gadadhara Bhikshara Karane Ekamana Chaula Ani Nacheno Yatane. This is also Vaishnava culture. Dadati Pratigranati. Shri Gadadhar Pandit is inviting Shri Nityananda Prabhu for lunch. Please have lunch here today at Tota Gopinath. And what has Nityananda Prabhu done? From Bengal, he has brought some gifts. Some gifts. Nityananda had carefully brought 40 kilograms of rice for Gadadhar to offer to Lord Gopinath. How beautiful is that? Whatever is our specialty, we should give that. Bengal is famous for its rice. So in Jagannath Puri, maybe so much rice doesn't grow. But in Bengal, it does. So Nityananda Prabhu got the best quality rice for Gadadhar Pandit's Gopinath deity. So when devotees meet, we should give gifts. Not for sense gratification, but for the seva of Thakurji, for the seva of Radha and Krishna, for the seva of Gaur Nitai. And I have seen this. Devotees, whatever they may have some fruits growing in their house and they will send it. send those fruits as an offering of love for the deities of different devotees. This is the nature. This is the culture. This is the Gaudiya Vaishnava culture. It's there in the pages of Sri Chaitanya Bhagavat. Nitai is taking 40 kilos of rice from Bengal to Jagannath Puri. For who? For Shri Gopinath, who is the worshipable deity of Gadadhar Pandit, and offering it to Gadadhar. Gadadhar, this is for your Gopinath. But that's not all. Let's go to verse number 129. How was the rice? Ati sukshma shukla deva yogya sarva mate Gopinath lagi ani ache gauda haite. Shri Nityananda Prabhu had brought this very fine white rice. Tasty white rice. Very fine, not coarse brown rice. Fine, fragrant white rice. Fit to be offered to Gopinath. He had got it from Gaudadesh, from Bengal. But that's not all. Let's go to verse number 130. Ara eka khani vastra rangima sundara duyani dila gadadhara gochara. Along with the fine rice, Shri Gadadhar Pandit was gifted by Shri Nityananda Prabhu a very beautifully colored cloth, Vastra Rangima Sundara. For who? For Gopinath. For the Shringar Seva of Gopinath. Shri Nityananda Prabhu got a very beautiful, fine, colorful cloth to be offered to Lord Gopinath. And he gave it to Gadadhar Pandit. This is for your deity, Gopinath. Gadadhara etandula kariya randhana Shri Gopinathere diya kariba bhojana. Shri Nityananda Prabhu, while offering the cloth and the rice to Shri Gadadhar Pandit, said, "O Gadadhar, cook this rice." And after offering it to Gopinath, eat it. Kariba bhojana. You also eat it. Tandula dekhiya hase pandita gosai nayane ta emata tandula dekhinai. On seeing that beautiful rice, Shri Gadadhar Pandit Gosai, with great joy, he laughed and said, Nayane ta emata tandul dekhinai. With my eyes, I have never seen such wonderful rice. Nitai, what a beautiful gift you have got for my Gopinath. Thank you. E tandula gosai ki vaikunthe thakiya yatne ani chena Gopinathera lagiya. Shri Gadadhar Pandit is telling Nitai, Nitai, this rice is so wonderful. I have never seen such beautiful, fine, white, fragrant rice. I think you must have brought it from Vaikuntha, haven't you? You don't get this rice on earth. Ki Vaikunthe thakiya. You must have got it from Vaikuntha. Lakshmi matra e tandula karena randhana Krishna se ihara bhokta tabe bhakta gana. Lakshmi Devi alone cooks such rice for Krishna to eat. Lakshmi is another name for Srimati Radharani. Just like Vishnu is another name for Krishna. Lakshmi or Shriji is actually the original name of Radharani. Originally it is the name of Radharani. And Radharani gives her names to Lakshmi, Saraswati. If you see the original names of Radharani, Radha Sahasranam, Lakshmi is the name of Radharani. Girija is the name of Radharani. Saraswati is the name of Radharani. And Radharani has given her names to all these different Devis. Lakshmi, you can take my name. Saraswati, you need a name, take my name, Saraswati. Parvati, you need a name, take my name, Girija. So all these names are originally names of Srimati Radharani. Govinda Nandini Radha, Govinda Mohini, Govinda Sarvasva Sarva Kanta Shiromani. Sarva Kanta Shiromani. Srimati Radharani is the highest. And who is Gadadhar Pandit? Shri Radha. So now see what is being told here. Gadadhar Pandit is saying, Lakshmi matra e tandula karena randhana Krishna se ihara bhokta tabe bhakta gana. In the spiritual sky, Lakshmi Devi cooks such wonderful rice for Krishna to eat. And after Krishna has eaten, the devotees enjoy the remnants. This is what is eternally going on in Golok Vrindavan. Radharani cooks for Krishna. Krishna and Radharani eat. And the remnants are given to all the Sakhis and Manjaris. And the Manjaris and Sakhis also cook for Radha and Krishna. And they feed them. Yugala Kishore. And then their remnants are given by Lalita Sakhi to Rupa Manjari. And Rupa Manjari gives it to all the other Manjaris. So in Golok Vrindavan, that is what the eternally liberated devotees, they partake. It is the Adharamrit, the nectar from the lips of Radha and Krishna. Hari Bol. Anande Tandula Prasham Sera Gadadhar Vastralai Gela Gopi Nathera Gochar. After joyfully glorifying the rice in this way, Shri Gadadhar took the cloth for offering to Gopinath. Vastralai Gela Gopinathera Gochar. He went to Gopinathji immediately. Immediately, Shri Gadadhar Pandit took the cloth and went to the altar, straight to Lord Gopinath. Divyaranga Vastra Gopinathera Shri Ange Dilena Dekhiya Shobha Bhasena Anande. Shri Gadadhar Pandit decorated Shri Gopinath with that beautiful colored cloth that Nitai had got. And Dilena Dekhiya Shobha Bhasena Anande. And seeing how beautiful Gopinath was looking after wearing that beautiful, colorful, fine cloth brought by Shri Nitai, our Gadadhar Pandit was floating in ecstasy. Floating in ecstasy. Seeing the beautiful form of Gopinath with that cloth. This is the joy of a devotee. When Krishna is happy, the devotee feels happy. Not that we get a cloth and look at ourselves in the mirror, how I am looking. Oh, you got me nice sari, thank you. You got me nice kurta, chadar, dhoti, thank you. Nice big border. No, that is sense gratification. A devotee does not want anything for oneself. You give something for my Thakurji, that will make me happy. तबे रंधनेर कार्य करिते लागिला आपने तोटार शाक तुलिते लागिला. Shri Gadadhar Pandit then made arrangements for cooking. Randhan means to cook. And he himself picked the shak from his compound. Tota Gopinath. Tota means garden. So in the garden there was naturally growing shak. Spinach. He took spinach. He has already got rice. Now listen to the recipe. Shri Gadadhar Pandit is Srimati Radharani. Radharani is going to cook for Gopinath. So please listen. Radha Gopinath Leela is going on. Keha bone nahi daive haiya chesha taha tuli aniya karila ekapak. No one had planted that shak there. It grew naturally. This shak was picked and cooked by Shri Gadadhar Pandit. Tetula vrikshera jata patra sukomal taha ani vatitae dila lonajal. Shri Gadadhar Pandit then picked soft, newly grown tamarind leaves. Tentula means tamarind tree. Tentula vrikshera jata patra sukomal. Very sukomal, soft leaves of a tamarind tree. Shri Gadadhar Pandit picked. Taha ani vati tae dila lona jal. And he ground those leaves, tender tamarind leaves, he ground them and mixed them with salt water. Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada says this lona jal refers to water directly from the ocean. There is no need to make salt water in Jagannath Puri, there is already available, but plenty of salt water in the ocean. So Shri Gadadhar Pandit went and got some nice water from the ocean, salty water. And he ground those tamarind leaves and mixed them in that salty water. Tara eko vyanjana karila amlanam randhana karila Gadadhara bhagyavan. The fortunate Gadadhar Pandit then prepared a sour vegetable preparation with this. So with this freshly ground tender tamarind leaves and salt water, our Gadadhar Pandit made a sour vegetable preparation. With that, spinach, tender tamarind leaves ground together with salt water. He made a very beautiful sour vegetable preparation. Sour. Khatta. Sour. Gopinatha agranina bhoga lagaila hena kale gaura chandra asiya milila. As Shri Gadadhar Pandit was offering the beautiful, fine, fragrant rice and this sour vegetable preparation. Two items. Sour vegetable preparation and rice, freshly cooked rice. Shri Gadadhar Pandit offered it immediately to Lord Gopinath. At that time, Hena Kale Gaurachandra Hasiya Milila. At that time, attracted by the preparations of Gadadhar Pandit, our Gaurachandra also appeared there. So now 3 members of Panchattva are there. Shri Gadadhar Pandit, Shri Nitai, and Shri Gaurasundar. Prasanna Shri Mukhe Hare Krishna Krishna Bali Vijaya Haila Gaura Chandra Kutuhali. What does Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu chant? Shri Gaura Chandra was joyfully chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra as he came to Tota Gopinath. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu loves the chanting of this Hare Krishna Mahamantra. It is clearly mentioned here. Prasanna Shri Mukhe, Hare Krishna Krishna Bali, Vijaya Haila Gaura Chandra Kutuhali, Gadādhara Gadādhara Dāke Gaura Chandra, Sambhrame Gadādhara Vande Padadvandva. Shri Gaurachandra then called out Gadādhar, Gadādhar. And Shri Gadādhar quickly came and offered his obeisances to Lord Gaurahari. Gadādhara Vande Padadvandva. Hasiya Balena Prabhu. This is very sweet. Please listen. Hasiya Bolena Prabhu Kena Gadādhar Amiki na hai niman Tranera Bhitar. Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came and smiled and said, Oh Gadādhar, I heard there is a nice feast being cooked here and offered to Nityananda Prabhu. Am I not on your invitation list? He says, Amiki na hai niman Tranera Bhitar. Is my name there on your invitation list or you want to exclude me? Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is telling Gadadhar Pandit. Amita tomara dui haite bhinna nai. Nadile o tomara balite amilai. I am not different from either of you. Oh Gadadhar, oh Nitai, I am not different from both of you. Even if you don't offer me, even if you don't invite me anything, I will take it by force. Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is saying. Balete amilai. I will take it with my strength, even if you don't offer. Nityananda Dravya Gopinathera Prasad Tomara Randhana Mora Ithe Ache Bhag. Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is saying, Hare Krishna, I am certainly entitled to a share of the items brought by Nityananda and cooked by you, O Gadadhar, and relished by Gopinath. Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is saying that this ingredients are brought by Nityananda Prabhu, so they have a special flavor of Nityananda's devotion. Lovingly cooked by Shri Gadadhar Pandit, so they have your devotion, and it has been relished by Shri Gopinath. Oh, what is the power of this prasad? I want to eat it. Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is saying. Jai Ho. Kripa Vakya Shuni Nityananda Gadadhar Magna hai lena sukha sagara bhitar. Hearing these nectarian words of Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, our Nitai and Gadadhar Pandit, they were both merged in an ocean of happiness. Can you imagine Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu coming like this, uninvited, and saying, Oh, I want to taste, I also want to eat. So they became very happy. Shri Nityananda Prabhu and Shri Gadadhar Pandit became very happy. Sukha sagara bhitar, magna hailena. They became overwhelmed with joy. Santoshe prasada ani deva Gadadhar Thuilena Gaura Chandra Prabhura Gochar. In great satisfaction, Shri Gadadhar then brought the prasad and placed it before Lord Gaura Chandra. Oh, please, it's a good fortune you have come. Sit. I will serve you. And immediately Gadadhar Pandit got the rice and the sour vegetable, gravy vegetable preparation. Sarva tota vyapileka annera saugandhe bhakti kari prabhu punaha anna vande. Bhakti kari Prabhu. In a devotional mood, Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu repeatedly offered prayers to the rice, the fragrance of which permeated the entire garden. The fragrance of the rice was permeating the entire garden. Prabhu bole tina bhag samana kariya bhujiba prasada anna ekatra basiya. Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, divide this rice and the vegetable in 3 equal portions. Prabhu bole tina bhaga samana kariyat. three equal parts divided. Bhujiba prasada anna ekatra vasiya. All three of us will sit together and eat today. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is telling Nityananda Prabhu and Gadadhar Pandit, today three of us will sit and eat together. Wow. Nityananda Swarupera Tandulera Prite Basilena Mahaprabhu Bhojana Karite. Being attracted by the rice brought by Nityananda Prabhu and cooked by Sri Gadadhar Pandit and tasted and enjoyed and relished by Sri Gopinath, our Mahaprabhu sat down to eat. Dui Prabhu Bhojana Karena Dui Pashe Santoshe Ishwara Anna Vyanjana Prashamse. Sri Gadadhar Pandit and Sri Nityananda Prabhu sat on either sides of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu glorified the rice and the vegetable preparation. The spinach, sour preparation, and the rice. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was glorifying it. Prabhu bole e annera gandha o sarvatha Krishna bhakti haya ithe nahika anyatha. After tasting the rice and the shak preparation, the spinach preparation, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu declared, the fragrance of this rice will without doubt bestow upon one devotion to Krishna. Hari Bol. Gadadhara Kitomara Manohara Pak Amita e Mata Kabhu Nahi Khai Shak. After glorifying Nityananda Prabhu's rice, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu turns his attention to the sour vegetable preparation. Gadadhara Kitomara Manohara Pak. What a wonderful cook you are. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is telling Gadadhar Pandit. Krishna is telling Radharani, what a wonderful cook you are, Shri Radhe. Amita e mata kabhu nahi khai shak. I have never tasted such wonderful shak. Our Acharya has explained that Srimati Radharani has been, with her unique love, she has been cooking for Krishna since time immemorial. And till today, not one dish has been repeated twice. Hari Bol. So it is no wonder that Mahaprabhu is saying, Amita e mata kabhu nahi khai shak. I have never eaten such beautiful preparation because it keeps getting better and better and better and better every time. Gadadhara ki tomara vichitra randhana tentula patre rakkara e mata vyanjana. Oh Gadadhar, your cooking is so amazing. You have made such a nice vegetable preparation with tamarind leaves. Wow. Bhujilaya Vaikunthe randhana karatumi tabe ara apana ke lukao vakeni. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu continues, he says, I can understand that you cook in Vaikuntha. So why are you hiding yourself? In the purport, Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada Ji Maharaj says, the daughter of Sri Vrishabhanu, that is Srimati Radharani, cooks for Sri Krishna. Since Sri Gadadhar Pandit Goswami displayed expertise in cooking offerings for Sri Gopinath, who is Krishna, our Sri Gaura Sundar understood who he actually was and identified him as the great cook of Vaikuntha, Sri Radharani. Hari Hari! Eimata santoshete hasya parihase bhojana karena tina prabhu prema rase. In this way, the three Prabhus, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Sri Nityananda Prabhu, and Sri Gadadhar Pandit, they sat down and joking and laughing in this way, they relished the mellows of ecstatic love as they ate in great satisfaction. Eimata santoshete hasya parihase bhojana karena tina prabhu prema rase. Eitina janera priti etina se jane Gaura Chandra jhatana kahena karosthane. The affection and the love shared by these three personalities, Nitai, Nimai, and Gadai, is known only to them. Gaura Chandra would generally not discuss this with anybody. Mahaprabhu would not discuss this with anybody. Katakshane Prabhu Saba Kariya Bhojana Chalile na Patra Luta Kaila Bhakta Gana. Aha. After the three lords, the three Prabhus finished their meal, they got up and left. And what happened? Chalile na Patra Luta Kaila Bhakta Gana. The devotees came and they snatched the remnants. Now imagine, Mahaprabhu has tasted, Gadadhar Pandit has eaten, Sri Nityananda Prabhu has eaten. That rice which was brought with so much love by Nitai, that spinach vegetable and tamarind leaf vegetable cooked with so much love by Gadadhar Pandit and relished by Sri Gopinath. It is said that this Gopinath, Tota Gopinath, deity of Gadadhar Pandit, is the original deity of Krishna, served by Lord Brahma. And Lord Brahmaji spoke the Brahma Samhita prayers, Govindam Adi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami, to this Gopinath deity. This is Lord Brahmaji's Gopinath deity from Brahmalok. Haribol. So in this way, after Gopinath had eaten, the three Prabhus ate, and their Uchishta, their remnants was there on those plates. My dear devotees, dear friends, how many of you would like to get a little bit of that rice and that liquid shak vegetable preparation? How wonderful. कतक्षणे प्रभु सब करिया भोजन चलिले न पात्र लूट कैला भक्त गण. Devotees came and just snatched, luta luti, snatched those Mahaprasad remnants. Last verse. ए आनंद भोजन ये पड़े वाशुने कृष्ण भक्ति हय कृष्ण पाय से जाने. Whoever reads or hears about these blissful eating pastimes of the three lords achieves Krishna and Krishna Bhakti. Hari Bol. Krishna Bhakti haya, Krishna paya se jane. You will get Krishna through Krishna Bhakti. Anyone who reads or hears this eating pastime that took place in Tota Gopinath. E ananda bhojana ye padhe vashune Krishna Bhakti haya Krishna paya se jane. Let's finish this chapter, my dear friends. Gadādhara shubha drishti करे न जाहारे से जानीते पारे नित्यानंद स्वरूपे रे. Whoever receives the Shubha Drishti of Gadadhar Pandit, whoever receives the merciful, auspicious glance of Sri Gadadhar Pandit, can understand Nityananda Prabhu. Without the mercy of Gadadhar Pandit, we cannot understand Nitai. Nityananda Swarupoya Hare Prita Mane Lao Yaye Gadādhara Jane Jane. And whoever pleases Nityananda Prabhu knows Sri Gadadhar Pandit. Only by pleasing Nitai we can understand Sri Gadadhar Pandit. He namate Nityananda Prabhu Nīlācale Vihare na Gaura Chandra Sange Kutuhale. In this way, Sri Nityananda Prabhu happily enjoyed his pastimes with Sri Gaura Chandra in Nīlāchal. Aha. Tīna jana ekatra thakena nirantara Shri Krishna Chaitanya Nityananda Gadādhara. In Nīlāchal, these three lords, Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Shri Nityananda Prabhu, and Shri Gadādhar Prabhu, would always stay together. Tīna jana ekatra thakena nirantara Shri Krishna Chaitanya Nityananda Gadādhara Jagannatho ekatra dekhena tīna jane Anande Vibhala sabe matra sankirtane. Together, these three lords, Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Shri Nityananda Prabhu, and Shri Gadadhar Prabhu, together they would visit the temple of Jagannath. Jagannatho ekatra dekhena tīna jane. And they would become overwhelmed with ecstatic love while performing Harinam Sankirtan. Anande Vibhala sabe matra sankirtane. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Nityananda Chanda Jana Vrindavana Dasa Tachu Pada Yuge Gana. Accepting Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Sri Nityananda Prabhu as my life and soul, I, Shri Vrindavan Das sing the glories of their lotus feet. Thus ends the English translation of the Gaudiya Bhashya commentary on Sri Chaitanya Bhagavat Antya Khanda chapter 7 entitled Pastimes in Shri Gadadhar Pandit's Garden. Nitai Gaur Premanandi, Hari Hari Bol. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna, Jagat Guru Śrīla Prabhupada Ki Jai. Nitai Gaur Premanandi, Hari Hari Bol. I will stop here. Thank you very much. If there are any questions or comments, you can unmute yourself. I actually have to go. I'm working today. Don't have much time.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, Dandavat Pranam, Jai Śrīla
Hare
Prabhupada.
Krishna, Shri Radha.
I'm sorry I cut you off. You were saying something.
No, please go ahead.
Okay. This is such a wonderful pastime. I mean, we eat every day. We don't really think about these things. But then when we hear the pastime of the Lord, you know, like really relishing every single detail. It's so amazing. It's like, oh my God, I should be, you know, so thankful and grateful for this. So thank you for this pastime.
Thank you, Mataji. Thank you for patiently listening.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Thank you, Janeshwar Gaurang Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Thank you so much for the class. Prabhuji, I didn't have the Chaitanya Charitamrita. Can you repeat again? It was Antya Lila, what, chapter 7?
It is Antya Lila, Antya Khanda.
Okay, Antya Khanda is this Chaitanya
Chapter 7.
Chapter 7 in the Chaitanya Charitamrita, right?
Chaitanya Bhagavat.
Chaitanya Bhagavat. Okay. That's what I thought. I thought you said Chaitanya Charitamrita. Okay.
No, sorry, I made Chaitanya Bhagavat, not Chaitanya Bhagavat.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Thank you so much. And
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
we are relishing all these ingredients and sea water, salty directly from the sea, and all that. I come from Mauritius. There's a lot of a sea around, but we have never think like that to go and take water from the sea itself to cook. This is a wonderful idea. Why buying salt? And also we have seen in Chaitanya Charitamrita, even in Chaitanya Bhagavat, we can make a cookbook out of this book. All the ingredients are described, even Sachimata, how she cook, even the wife of I forgot the name. Yeah, Advaitacharya, the name. How she cook, and even the wife of Srinivasacharya also.
Yes.
There's always some way they describe the ingredient and how they cook. It's so wonderful.
Yes. I saw that Ishwari Radha Mataji was taking recipe notes. And so was Kasturi Manjari Mataji. So maybe in your next Bhakti Vriksha meeting, they can make some shak.
Prabhu, we have fresh tamarind leaf too here in Fort Lauderdale. We can get.
And the ocean is not too far away.
And the ocean is not far. It's not even few minutes walk from Ishwari Radha Mataji. Yes.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
We'll definitely make that when you come here, Prabhu.
Oh, Hare Krishna.
Prabhu, we should make an arrangement for you to come here soon. Amarendra Prabhu came, so this is your turn now.
Hare Krishna. Next time Amarendra Prabhu comes, I will come as his driver. I can drive.
Doesn't matter, just come.
Hare Krishna.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Hare
Śrīla Prabhupada ki
Jai.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much.